Hi there.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Can we hear Kit? Okay.
I'll bring the big penis microphone closer there
Big
is.
penis,
So...
just the tip. How you doing, my lady?
I'm alright. After my autistic meltdown, we're okay.
You okay?
I'm not very aware about my eye makeup. Yeah.
You're calm. You're taking your deep breaths, and you're calm.
Yeah.
You're calm. Right then. Welcome to another mental health catch up here, chat.
You want to get rid of the
No.
looking for something to do thing?
Absolutely not.
I think we should.
No, absolutely not.
It makes for bigger.
All right, okay, all right. I'll concede on that one. Yeah. So welcome to another mental health episode, gang. I'm sure we all know the lady to the left, who is decided to be the co-host to this podcast, and we are very, very grateful for her to be the co-host of this podcast. She's also going to be helping me with the applications over however long to figure out who and when we're going to get on, and when we're going to be doing episodes, and what we're going to be doing episodes on. So, Kit, how the devil have you been, apart from COVID?
Things haven't been the greatest, but I'm still here. I'm surviving.
That's the main thing. That's the main thing.
We're getting there.
We like the fact you're still surviving, so that's good. That's a good start.
Day by day, fucking hell. But I've been shite. However, I'm alright.
Well,
so
you're here, you're laughing, you're smiling. So that's a good.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, everyone in chat loves you. Okay, so as I said at the start, guys, we may be talking about topics that may be a trigger point to people. So, just fair warning. We should also put the disclaimer in that neither me or Kit are qualified experts. So, we're not here to give medical advice whatsoever. We're just here just to chat a bit of open talk. And if you take something from it, happy days. Mainly just to bring more people into the conversation, help break a stigma around people not wanting to open up, and that mental health is this demon that no one can talk about. And obviously the more people do it and the more consistently we do it, the more hopefully people will be willing to open up a bit more. So that's the end goal, hopefully. And if we get one person to open up from today, that's still a victory, Is there any topics you would like to raise to start things off, Kits? Or do you want me to jump into the ones I suggested? Yeah.
We'll flow from there. By the way, I have got a snack.
What's a snack? What is it? Oh! Oh! Oh, I'm so proud. I am so proud. The only thing that makes them better is having the jam. The jam bit in them.
I don't have the jam. It's just the white chocolate ones.
They're so good.
That's so good.
Didn't they put on the packaging years ago that you can put them in the freezer and have them like a choc ice? Have you tried it? Like, because I've been scared to try that.
Yeah, I did it once. Well, no, I lie. Right, I put it in my fridge, but my fridge has a propensity of freezing everything that I put inside it. Like, I put 20 bottles, 20 bottles of these little waters in my fridge, and went back 8 hours later to get one when I was gaming with the girls, and I was like, Kate was like, what? I was like,
frozen.
Oh, my water's frozen. So I had to defrost all my waters. So I put some mini rolls in there because it was really hot, and my fridge froze. And I was too greedy to let them get soft.
Oh dear.
I had to eat all 5 when they were hot. It was quite nice, actually.
I want to start off with a topic that I didn't tell you about, but it's something that kind of came to me today, which I think you and I can relate to, and a few people in chat can relate to, is the well-being of people when it comes to content creation and being in a social space, or a social media space at least.
Yeah.
So my thought process with the whole content creation part is, I think the most depressing thing that anyone can do is get swamped down in the numbers when they attribute how good they are compared to how their content's received via numbers. So whether it's constantly refreshing the YouTube page to see if you got any extra views, constantly refreshing your TikTok thing to see if you got any likes, your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, so on and so forth. And I can kind of get it, because I think for a lot of people, content creation is something that a lot of people do want to do, but without wanting to sound a bit harsh, it's not something that everyone can be successful at. Not to say you can't be good at one aspect of it, but I think it's definitely a case for a number of people where they could be good at the streaming side, but not necessarily good at the content creation side, like your short form, your long form, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, etc. And I think from that mindset of people valuing themselves on solely based on numbers, not by whether that's the follower count, how many people they got in chat, how many subs they got, how many views they get, etc., etc. I think it's a really it's been a problem on content creation for a long time. I think when we all start out, we're all it's a nice rush of endorphins when you go, oh, there's people turning up, I get extra followers, I got extra subs. You know, little things like that is a little endorphin raiser. But I think over time it's easy to get bogged down and completely wrapped up in the whole numbers thing, where when you hit that period where the followers start to slow down, the view count starts to go down, the subs start to get, except like everything just goes into a decline. And I think a lot of people take it a bit too personally, rather than thinking for a second the time of year. You know, maybe people going on holiday, it's maybe a family holiday, maybe people have shifted away from like a certain game, gone to another one, and you've stayed there. I've seen it plenty of times through when I used to mod Facebook groups. I'm pretty sure you probably have as well. Was there ever a point for you during your content creation journey, at any point, where you looked at your numbers and what was staring back at you on the screen was affecting how you thought of yourself as a streamer or content creator?
Honestly, no. I think I must be one of the only people who has ever said that. But when I went into it, I didn't go into it. When I first started, I didn't go into it with any idea to build a community or anything. It was basically because I had a group of friends that I played games with on PlayStation, and only one person could view a game stream at a time.
Yeah.
And there used to be like 9-10 of it in a PlayStation chat.
Yeah.
And only one person could watch us play things like Dying Light, Resident Evil, and stuff like that. So I started my Twitch channel in 2018, specifically to stream games for my friends so they could watch my reactions as I played things like Dying Light. Yeah. And my ex at the time was also into streaming, and he used to stream like Elder Scrolls Online and Dying Light, and I used to join him. Pretty sure was streamed his Emperor run in PvP. So I only did it to basically stream for friends. And it wasn't until like 2019 that I started to see people turn up randomly inside streams. So I was like, all right, okay. And of course I took a break in 2020 because I worked through the pandemic. Came back in 2021, and that's where I really saw a huge amount of growth out of nowhere, because I had a gaming Discord over COVID to stop everybody from feeling lonely, and had streamers in that Discord, and I was going in supporting everything, and I thought, well, since things have calmed down in 2021, I'll try come back. And since then I've kind of remained in a thingy, because I've streamed for 6 months, taken a break for 6 months, streamed for 6 months, taken a break for a year and a half, come back, kind of things like that. And I am very aware that I have gone from streaming Resident Evil for years to streaming Spiral, which is a huge change for a community that I had originally built over the years. And I am also very aware that I take massive breaks when my mental health dips or I've got a lot of things going on. So I'm not expecting everybody to come back.
Yeah.
I was very nervous about coming back after a week and a half off. I wasn't expecting anybody, like
you were
maybe
telling
bar
me
Frank, to be there, right? Like, because Frank's always there, right?
We love Frank.
But we love Frank, but I was literally half expecting nobody except for Frank to literally be there. Like, if I have no viewers, then Frank is dead at this point because,
Not the bearded Frank.
Honestly, Frank is like the one staple that's been in my streams since in 2022, and he's never missed a one. Right? When he went on his cruise, he tried to make sure that he dipped in at least. So, like, you know, he's always there. And I think, for me, I've always viewed it as a hobby. I never really want to make it a career because I've said this to you as well recently. You make your hobby into a career and you ruin it.
Yeah, you do.
Right?
Yeah.
I've done that with game development, and I have ruined my love of games because I've become hypercritical. And I have worked on similar games that I play in my free time. So it is difficult. And I think for me, if I don't look at it like I'm gonna make it into something, then I've got no reason to be worried about my numbers.
Yeah.
Whoever is there is there. I'm not gonna. I would rather not focus on who isn't there.
Yeah.
Right. I'd rather focus on who is there. Is there regulars who, if they don't show up, I'll think, oh, I wonder what's going on. I wonder if they're okay, kind of thing. Yes, but I'd rather put all of my self and all of my attention into people who are there.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate it. I hate this. I think I said this on Room 101, and I said this on the last mental health podcast, but I hate this guilt kind of thing, this guilt culture that streamers have created by sort of making their viewers feel like they need to apologize. The amount of bitching and moaning that goes on about numbers makes your viewers feel so fucking guilty for not being there.
100%.
Right? You should be grateful and focusing on the people that are there.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. When I'm there, I am happy. I greet everybody. Even if they're brand new, like they've always been part of the community. Because I want people to feel welcome. I want them to feel like they're part of something. But if they only show up for one stream and then never show up again,
that's fine.
You know, that's fine.
Yeah.
If I end up with 10 people in chat, and the other day Kate messaged us and she was like, because I don't look at my numbers when I'm streaming. I don't care to.
Yeah.
Like, I've got my numbers up, but I don't look at them because usually I'll have, because I've got 3 monitors, so I'll have my game on this one and my OBS there, and I've got a little chat box on my OBS. But I'll always have Twitch open on this window because I like to make sure that it's running okay.
Yeah.
Live for me.
Yeah.
Right? But because I usually have Hit Counter Manager, Spotify, and every other fucking thing up here, it blocks most of my view anyway, so I don't know why I've got it up. Kate was like, you've got 78 people in there. And I was like, have I been raided? She was like, no. I goes, have I been view botted? She was like, no. It's going up and down. She was like, you've got loads of people in there and there's people watching. And I think it lasted like that for like an hour and a half, and then it dipped back down like 20 odd, 30 odd kind of thing, and it was just me regulars in. So I'm not entirely sure what happened with that spike, because I didn't get hate rated. I didn't get nasty messages in my chat. Like, I must have just bumped up on the fucking spiral thing, or I must have been on people's recommended or something. Like, I don't know. But I didn't change how I was streaming because whether I've got 78 in there or 8, I think my energy should be the same.
Oh, I agree.
And I don't think I've ever looked at Twitch like I need to focus on my numbers or anything like that. It's been exciting when I've come back after a break and I've seen that I'm just climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing and everything like that. And my numbers are doing well, and I'm thinking, oh god, I've been off for like a year and a half, and look at all these people in here. Like, that's nice to see, right? Because I think I must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Somewhere. However, I don't think that viewership equates to whether or not your content is good.
I agree.
Because I've seen some of the most trash content be partnered.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen some of the most trash content have a lot of viewers in, and sometimes it's who you know. Sometimes it's the community that you foster.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas, you know, sometimes I found some of the smaller channels have some of the best content out there. So I don't, it's just, you're not a small street, you're just undiscovered at the moment.
Yeah.
But sometimes having a smaller viewer base is better for some people. Do I think I could cope with, like, because I mean, you've known me for what, 3-4 years now?
Yeah.
So, like, you've seen me when I've had hundreds of people, like 800 people in chat before, because I knew a lot of the Resident Evil community, and I got raided by Nicole Tompkins, who voices Jill in Resident Evil 3 remake.
You got raided by Orchelon?
Orchelon raided me like 5 million times over 2022 and 2023. Because me and Orchelon have a really fun relationship. He's one of my favourite people on this platform. He raided us when I was doing the Forest playthrough. I played the Forest, he raided us and went, big titties like hills, and then just disappeared. Oh no, it was big titties like mountains, and then left, and I was like, love you. Like, and then he left his entire chat of like 400 and odd people. I was just being like,
vibing in the chat, like,
and they'd be like, oh my god, Kitsune, I didn't realise that you had massive tits. I'm like, because I used to spend loads of time in that community, and then they raided into it and found out what I look like, and they were like, oh my god, she does have huge tits, so I wasn't lying. And I was just like, oh god. Like, you know, I've had like 400 people, I've had 800 people in, I've had chats with more than 1,000 people in. We got raided by that Irish streamer during a Capcom showcase, and he brought like 600 odd people in.
Yeah.
So, like, to me, numbers doesn't faze me. My biggest worry about that would be an unmoderated chat, or a chat that was difficult to moderate. So I probably need a moderator for that kind of stuff. But I think I could cope with bigger numbers, but I don't know if I'd want bigger numbers either. I really, really like who my community are, and there's always room for more.
Yeah.
There's always room for more. I would never say that there is not room for anybody in my community. But I like the fact that at the minute my community know to talk amongst themselves when I'm having a particularly fucking tough time on Spiral. Like, everyone's just like, alright, talk among yourselves, talk among yourselves. Like...
I think, like, when it comes to, I'll pick up on what Seamander said in chat in a sec, because they make a very, very good point. Like, in regards to, like the busy chat thing, I remember, I think you remember when you ran a poll for me to play Village of Shadows, like a first attempt, and Neil Newborn raided into me, and it was like 200 people in chat, and it like the chat was going so fast I couldn't keep up with it, and my anxiety was just going off so much, because I'm one of those where, like, and I know you're the same as well. If someone comes in and says hi, I feel like I have to greet them immediately so they don't feel ignored, and I'm always second guess. Wait, did I say hi to them? Did I ignore them? Because I've done it subconsciously. It's like a couple of like regulars have come in and they've said hi, and it was only when like 5-10 minutes later I was looking back up chat. I was like, oh shit, they came in and I forgot to say hello to someone. Like, it makes me feel bad. So and like my numbers now with like my viewers, like, I'm very, very comfortable with, is it's a very chilled chat. It's a very, they'd like to pick on me, yes, but it's a manageable number for me. And I think, like, everyone dreams of having like huge numbers in chat, but like, you're not gonna be interacting. Like, if you're someone with, like, I don't know, like 400, 500, 600, you're not gonna be individually interacting with every single one of those members. Like you said, it's something that's got to be like highly moderated and highly controlled, so it doesn't start to devolve into chaos within the chat. Like like all you see, like these big streamers, like they get to a point where they're not really like they're playing games with the people, but they're not there to like their main priority isn't really talking to you. It's more entertaining and commentating, and then maybe like you occasionally react to a comment you might catch the corner of your eye in like a large chat. I mean, I watch a couple of like big streamers for like DBD or like a watch on the occasion, and a lot of the time like then they're just not interacting with chat. I don't think it's a case that they don't want to. I think it's because they've got their community to a point where like everyone in chat is just there to talk to other people, and who's presenting is kind of there as a background noise. And like you said, I'm in the boat with you where like my numbers right now I'm comfortable with, and I don't think I could cope with like in like a very exponential growth very, very quickly, because I don't feel I would be able to keep up with the whole like, because I like to interact with my chat because they like to pick on me, so I gotta make sure I keep them in line but going back to what Seamander said, here's a comment here. It's people I watch stream where they switch to a game that I don't like as much, but I stick around because they're awesome people. And she makes a good point there where I've seen it a lot where people who don't want to get pigeonholed into one game, but they get scared that because they've been playing that game for so long, they're scared that the moment they change games or genres, that audience is just going to go away, and they're not fully prepared to go through an audience drop whilst they transition from like one game to another, one genre to another. Like I said with you went from Resident Evil to Spyro, which is a very drastic change, but your numbers have pretty much stayed roughly the same. Which
a degree.
Which is a testament to the community that you've harbored.
Yeah, because I was sitting on averages of like 50 odds with Resident Evil, because of the community that I had engaged in. The Resident Evil community is huge, right? And I engaged with people in the community that I enjoyed. Orchlon being the biggest one.
Yep.
Who I love unconditionally and will forever. I think, hold on, should we see how long my sub is? Because it's literally just renewed. Right?
I think he was playing Simpsons Hit and Run the other day as well, I think.
46 months on a 46-month streak.
Nearly 4 years. That's damn impressive.
I'll go in and I'll go in later and I'll just do my little renew thingy, and I'll be like, SIM cards reactivated, kind of. I do it all the time. I haven't been sitting in the stream because like I've been taking a bit of a step back from Twitch as much, but that's the only stuff I've kept running constantly, right? That is my SIM card, right? And it stays like that, right? I renew it. You get a 3 month sub every 3 months, right? That's my SIM card. So, 46 months on a 46-month streak. So, Ultron was the big one that I interact with. I absolutely adore him, and to this day I still do. And then there was Crazy Gaming Days, Soul Signal, who I drop in on every weekend. He's one of my other favourites. Crazy Gaming Days, who has dropped in on me a few times, and I go in and he's lush. I love him bits. Like I interacted with a bunch of people from the RA community, and then since I've transitioned to Spyro, the Spyro community is small, right? And what makes it even worse is I'm the only person in the entire Spyro community doing hit lists.
Because you just have to, don't you?
There's nobody currently that owns Spyro hit lists officially.
You're going to be the first.
I'm going to be the first.
You're going to be the first.
But I am the only person on Twitch that is doing Spyro hit lists. So the community is incredibly small.
Yeah.
Like one of my regulars, I think it's I'm not sure who it is. I'll know that name when they come in. But they watched Lumi Laura, who is a classic Spiral speedrunner, and they told Laura that they watch another streamer who's doing Spiral Reignited hit list, and she thinks I'm mental.
I mean, you are.
But I got that. I remember reading into Crazy Gaming Days, and he's like, "Oh, what were you playing?" I was like, "Resident Evil 2 remake." He was like, "Oh, what are you doing? Speedrun, no damage." I was like, "Hunk, no damage." And he was like, "Oh, Survivor." I was like, "Yeah." "No damage." I was like, "Yeah." He's a big no damage runner. He was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah."
No, you're not okay.
He's like, "That is one of the wildest challenges ever." He goes, "I don't know who's got the patience for that." I was like, "Well, we got it nice.
Here we go.
Oh my god, congratulations." And then he came into my stream and he's like, "I gotta see this in action." Like, so like I knew what I was doing when I was interacting with the Resident Evil community, but like I think we talked about this when I wanted to transition into Spiral as well. I was really nervous about doing it. I had built an entire viewer base and everything on Resident Evil.
Ads, yeah.
So transitioning to something that was completely different, even transitioning to Dying Light speedruns or something would have been easier than transitioning to Spiral. But I was very surprised how many people actually came over with the Spiral challenge runs, and I think to me that stands testament that people are more there for me than they are for the game.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah.
I like. So, but I think the big transition into games that are not the games that you regularly play, I can understand the
fear factor.
Nervousness about it. The fear factor about it. I've been there as well, you know. So
I guess it's taken me a while to find like my happy medium, like where I wanted to sit in it. Like I finally landed up on horror and DVD just like I feel more comfortable playing because I've dabbled in Overwatch, I've dabbled in Apex, I've dabbled in RPGs and single player games and what have you, and like whereas it's not necessarily games that I detest because I enjoy playing them, hence but I wouldn't play them otherwise. But I felt like I couldn't I didn't know how to get the entertainment value out of what I was playing, if that makes sense. Like I've for example, like Fallout 76, for example, me and the wife play it like all the time off stream, but I don't know how to make it entertaining on stream, so I tend to stay away from it because I don't know how to do things on there that maybe like other people haven't done, or like it's just bring it to a 4. With DVD, like, yes, it frustrates the ever-living hell out of me, and I'll forever hate Limey for bossing me back into it, but it does have a fun factor to it, and it does have a bit of unpredictability each time I load up into it, so... And I have, for all of its frustration, I have had fun times with it, and even, like, going into Resident Evil now, like, Village is just like that... It's like that slice of cake that just never goes away, and I want to keep eating it and eating it. It's just really... I don't like Village. I'm just always drawn to, but like Village has always been like somewhat of a good luck charm for me because everything, a lot of what's good has happened on my channel has been from Village, and every time I like, even when I finished Village of Shadows last time, I was like, right, that's it. I'm not gonna see Village anymore. And like just from like you just talking through all your runs, like your Resident Evil challenge runs, your three remake runs, 2 remake runs, your Village runs, I'm like. I reckon I could do that, and like I gaslight myself into be like, yeah, okay, like let's try and do Village again on some stupid factor, even though I know the dangers because I know the mental strain it took on you trying to do certain parts of it in certain conditions, but it's again, it's like it's me trying to find my happy medium in the content that I want to put out for others and the content that I reckon I could be entertaining to an audience of however many, doesn't matter how small or big, you know. But even then, like when I decided, right, I'm gonna go from like I'm gonna make horror the thing, I'm going to make like that my genre entertaining. It Takes Two. Oh, Gem, don't get me started on that shit, man. You don't listen to instructions, girl. Yeah, like I think I felt comfortable transitioning over into it just because I knew a lot of people within the community beforehand, and I'd already dabbled in the horror game here and there before I went over, so it's not exactly something that I was new to. But I feel like I could get like a lot of value off of like trying more than likely failing like certain challenge runs. Like there's like the one hit run in Evil Within. I can't remember what difficulty it is or what the name of it is, but it's like a one hit death. I'm like, sure, that sounds like fun to put a toll on me. I'll try that at some point. But the one thing I'm gonna try and not get worried about is if I do decide to like pick up a game like Bioshock now. Like no one watches Bioshock, no one plays Bioshock, because I think when I went live the other day, it had 36 viewers before I went on to it. So obviously no one's watching Bioshock, but I know people who love Bioshock, and me included. Like I absolutely love Bioshock. So like even though it had like compared to like certain like other games, like 36 is fucking tiny compared to like other categories that have millions. I think more emphasis needs to be put on picking something that you inevitably enjoy, because I don't know, you're probably the same way inclined, but I've always been the case of like if I stop by someone's channel, they come up on the front page or they come up on the recommended, like under 10 viewers, whatever. Like you said, like more the ones with the smaller numbers are just undiscovered. They could have great content. Like if you go into someone's chat new and they got like 4 or 5 viewers, but they're absolutely vibing what they're playing, you're more than likely to hang around there, see what they're about, rather than some miserable shit playing to like 20 people screaming screaming at a screen, getting frustrated over the smallest things, being kind of toxic in between. But I think people put too much emphasis on the numbers side of it. Like you said earlier, you've never you don't pay attention to your view count. It doesn't view count doesn't matter to you. I'm the same way inclined, and you always want to keep this a hobby rather than a job, like the streaming side of it, which is partly like I think when a lot of people start off, they get a Twitch, they feel like they can get partner like that, but they're not. They don't understand how engrossed in numbers you have to become, and it just looks like a depressing journey to go through from like the start to the finish. Just be constantly grinding out like that extra point, like extra one average.
There's no guarantee.
No.
That you get a partner at the end of it either.
No.
At Twitch, and you could go through the whole process of doing your partner push, apply, and then get denied.
Because there was that. What was that?
And then that makes people feel like they're not good enough.
Is that one Resident Evil streamer you introduced me to? Right? He hasn't streamed in a while. I think it's Holy Light.
Yeah. Holy Soul.
Holy Soul. That's it. I remember when you recommended.
He went into gambling streams. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Because you
went into gambling streams. I think he hasn't streamed in ages.
No, he hasn't. It's been a while. I remember when you recommended me to him, he was in the middle of his partner push.
Partner push, yeah.
And he was saying he got rejected like 7, 8, 9 times before he actually finally got accepted to it. So, like you said, it's nothing. And even when you hit partner, nothing's guaranteed on the other side of it. I think we had this conversation in the Room 101 topic where there's this false belief that just because you've got that little tick next means that you're making bank on Twitch, which is not really the case for most partners, to be honest.
No.
Like it's a lot of like I'll never pretend to be an expert on it, but I would assume that a lot of emphasis gets put on finding sponsorship deals, like partnership deals for various energy drinks companies, whatever, getting companies to sponsor your streams, promo codes here and there. I can't imagine that they would be able to get by, like most parties wouldn't be able to get by without like a little something in the background, like a promo code for something to help them top up their Twitch income on the side, you know?
Yeah.
What I was gonna add something on. Brain's mush today. Yeah, if there was one thing that you could recommend, so say whether someone's just starting off or someone's in the middle of their journey and they think like, what can I do to be like a little bit better, or maybe like learn better practices for it, what would you recommend other streamers to like focus on most when it comes to making their own content?
Themselves. Big focus on themselves and how they want their content to be, right? None of this I don't like the whole these are the things that you need to do to succeed at streaming type things, right? This is what every new streamer needs to know. What a new streamer needs to know is you immediately know how you want your content to be, right? So you have really interactive streamers who will always take time to look at the chat, right? Who will focus solely more on chat interaction than the game that they're playing, right? Immediately, your audience needs to know that from the beginning, that you are a chat-centric channel. If you're just chatting, then it's obviously chat-centric. But if you're gaming and you want to be like chat-centric, right? Focus on that from the beginning. Be very focused on your chat. If you need like someone like me who can be chat-centric, but has time frames, the speedruns that I need to be focusing on. May not always be focused on chat or talk to chat. Kate always pins something at the top of my screen to say that if I'm not focusing on chat, I'm too busy focusing on the game. Right? My audience immediately know that. People will hang around, and I always say, if I miss your fucking chat, please just repeat it when I'm more focused on chat. If you don't want to focus on chat and you are a non-verbal streamer and you just want to focus on your gameplay and stream that, then make that known. Tags, title, pin message, timed messages.
Mods,
right?
Informed as well.
Mods informed, right? If you're non-verbal or whatever and you don't want to focus on chat, you just want to focus on the game and that's all you want to stream, then sorry, I just saw something.
No, it's fine.
Lightly harasser, restricted.
Bye.
But Rue got there, so we're all good. Like, that's what you need to do. None of this, you're a new streamer, so you need to focus on chat to build an audience. Well, no, if you focus on chat to build an audience, but then later on down the line, you already know that you're going to be non-verbal because you need to focus on whatever you're doing. Like roleplay. You want to do GTA roleplay, you're not allowed to talk to your chat.
No, you're not.
Because you're not allowed to break
the roleplay rules.
Immersion. Right? You're not allowed to break immersion for the other streamers or the other players inside roleplay. Right? And you're not allowed, because it might be stream sniping or whatever, you're not allowed to be influenced by your chat. This is roleplay, it has to be natural. Right? So if you're going to do GTA roleplay and that's where you want to be, you can't be essentially a chat-centric
channel
streamer. Right? And if you start off as a chat-centric channel, all your audience members that are used to that and want that from a streamer will start to seep off. Right? Immediately know sort of what kind of thing you want to do. Because the thing is, though, as well, I have always very much been, I will talk when I can. Because I've got speed runs to do, I've got no damage runs to do, that kind of thing. So I can't always be very chat-centric. And that's how I've always been. There'll be times where I pause the game and we'll have a chit-chat. There'll be times where I go to just chat and have a chit-chat. But essentially, a lot of my viewer base already know that they might need to talk amongst themselves in the community and make friends. And that's, I'm very proud to say that. Everybody seems to have done that. That's so lovely. Right? That's so lovely. But like last night, I did unpublish the VOD, but like last night, had a bit of a rant at the end. Small bit of a rant at the end. So I had to publish the pod. But
Oops.
I appreciate everybody for being like, "Oh my god, Kit, we love you, yeah." And I was like, "Yeah." I'm really sorry for offending, but names I probably shouldn't have named.
Oh well, it's in the past now. It's unpublished.
Not published. Don't say that. I had to message Grumpy last night and be like, "Can I still clip VODs if I unpublish them?" He's like, "Yeah, why?" I was like, "Bitch." I kind of spelled a little T. He's like, "Oh no, what did you spill?" So we tell Grumpy in DMs.
Oh god.
And I think I'm falling into me petty bitchy era at this point as well.
Do it.
So
Do
I
it.
know, right? And then he put a fucking meme on Twitter earlier, and then I thought better of it. I thought I don't really want to anger people. I think it was, hold on. The meme says, I said it to Grumpy, and he thought it was fucking hilarious. Scientific research needs to be done to study why once you brag about a man, he disappoints you immediately after.
Not wrong. Not wrong. Not wrong. You set the expectation bar too high. It's unrealistic expectations, Priz. Come on.
Man be like, I'm different. Yeah, different kind of disappointment. So yeah, I kind of went off on one, and everybody was lush about that. But I've done it before. Like I'm not massively chat centric. I'll start with like maybe 5 minutes of chit chatting.
Yeah.
With everybody. I think that's what I usually do. Is like 5 minutes of chit chat, and then I go straight into the game. Right? Because it's a long game. It's a long run.
It is a long run.
Because when I used to do Resident Evil, like you watch me, I pump out a Resident Evil speed run in like 52 minutes.
Without even properly concentrating as well.
Yeah, without even concentrating. I can pump out a Resident Evil no damage run in like an hour.
Yeah.
An hour and 15 minutes. Right?
Spyro's like a 3 to 4 hour run.
I know what I'm doing. So when I was doing like 8 hours, I was pumping out like 8, 9, 10 runs.
Yeah.
In a stream, right? Because I was just flying through them. But I used to sit in chat for like half an hour beforehand and a little bit after.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do that anymore because the Spyro runs are really long.
Yeah, they are.
So I can't sit and chat beforehand because I like to get into the game. I like to get started when I get on stream. But afterwards, I'll usually have a little bit of a chit chat with everybody.
Yeah.
Unless I'm really pissed off or upset, then I'll like literally read it out and I'll be like, right, you can have them. Like,
yeah, all yours.
I'm done. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit out. So like, but my community have always very much known that I'm very welcoming. I'll greet everybody who comes in. I will. If I see a message come up, I'll say, "Oh, hi,
so and so,
Harris." Bear with me 2 seconds. I'll be right with chat.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just trying to concentrate on whatever like that. Right. And I think, if you say you'll not make it as a streamer if you don't focus on chat, well, that's a lie. There are plenty of people out there who've made it as streamers without having to focus too much on chat. You know, I think, and that also becomes a little bit, I sort of suppose, ableist towards people who are non-verbal, or people who have social anxiety and stuff like that. Maybe not want to be non-verbal, but want to show their gameplay. Yeah. You know, because YouTube, while it's a great thing to show your gameplay, it's hours of editing. Thumbnails, it's getting in the algorithm, it's getting a routine, sort of channel is incredible. Like I was doing fucking playlists and everything, man. Like you've got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
You do.
And I think not everybody has the time to edit for YouTube.
No.
Right? So sometimes people just want to play games live. I've got a friend, he doesn't go live very often. But if there's a new game that he's really excited about that he wants to show his friends, he go live. And he doesn't talk.
Just gameplay.
But we're all just there to watch him play his game.
Yeah.
that's very much what we're aware of, and I think that's fine. But I think you very much, my biggest advice is know sort of how you want your channel to be. Do you want to be chat centric and loud and do you want to be cozy and calm? Do you want to be a role play thing? Do you want to be like focused on challenges and stuff like that? Like there are also people who do competition, like comp rank stuff.
They never
on
pay
Twitch.
attention to chat.
They can't look at chat.
Nope.
Either. There's a guy I know called Ghost. He was doing, was it Daisy? It was some kind of like survival game where you were in a group of 4 or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But he was in a rank competition and he wasn't allowed to look at chat. Couldn't even have his Twitch chat up or anything like that.
Damn.
His mods had to moderate it because otherwise it could have been looking like he was receiving tips on how to do things or what. So it's to prevent you from your chat from going into other people's chats and then telling you what they're doing. Right, to stop you from doing that. I think, like Shogo said, it all depends on the type of content you're creating. And if you immediately switch up into something different, it's like we've said, switching up to something different, losing a viewer base, it's not just in regards to the game you're playing, it can be in regards to starting off as chat centric, loud and all this kind of stuff, and then your viewers are like, why aren't they focusing on chat? I come here for viewer interaction. Because some people don't go into streams for the game, they go into streams for viewer interaction. If you're not giving that, then you're not their streamer.
No.
And then you'll get downtrodden because nobody's chatting, because your regular viewers that used to be there aren't there anymore, because they have solely come for you. You know? Whereas with me, I kind of splice it down the middle. Hi! Like, I'll be as welcome as I can. The thing is, what I like is I like to engage my viewers into telling me about their lives. We've got Storm, who comes in and tells me about his bowling and stuff like that. He lives in Australia. You know, I'll always ask people how they're doing. How's your art coming along? How are your own streams coming along? Oh my god, I remember seeing that you were playing da-da-da-da-da. Hi, Loot! Yes, a girl on stream.
They do exist.
So, I know. Grills. Gamer
Grills.
Oh my god, with the gamer grill. And I think that's an important thing, because once you start talking to them about their lives and try and engage them with other people, it then becomes a community. It's not just a viewer base, it becomes a community. And it's like a big thing, as I was saying as well. I think it's... So I am a challenge runner, and that is where my content lies. However, my viewers are very aware that now and again I will dip and I'll do something different. So for September this year, if we reach the sub goal... I hate you all for doing this to us last night. If we reach the sub goal, I'm going to do, because we're going to start splitting evening streams and daytime streams. So I'm going to do some evening streams and daytime streams. Daytime streams are solely going to be Spiral, because I feel like I focus better. Evening streams are, if we reach the sub goal, Crash Bandicoot hitless.
Oh, yes, do it.
Yeah.
Classic or
so
remastered?
If we reach remastered.
Oh, good luck with that.
And we know how much I hate the remastered.
It's so bad. I hate it so much.
Right. If we reach the bits goal, I'm going to do my very first playthrough of Elden Ring on stream. And if we reach both the sub and the bits goal, I'm going to play Alien Isolation at Halloween.
Oh, do it.
With jump scares.
Do it.
Right.
Do it.
So... that's what my September is, and everybody was buzzing for that, right? That's completely different from what I've been doing, but this is what people want to see, because I was saying, would you be all right with me breaking up the challenge runs?
Yeah.
So we all don't burn out, because you will remember when I was doing nothing but Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I burned out really badly.
You did.
And it was one time I just pushed my keyboard back, and I was like, fuck it, I'm done. I'll see you tomorrow. And I just cut stream. Didn't even read out or anything.
No, I
just
remember.
said, fuck it, I'm done. I'll see you tomorrow. And then I don't think I came back for like 2 weeks.
No.
I didn't. I was so burnt out with it, right? So, to prevent me from getting burnt out, I mean, we played Awkward a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
And that was so much
It was
fun.
really good, yeah.
So much fun. So, I like to break things up like that a little bit. My viewer base are okay with that. They enjoy stuff like that, you know? I will never step away from challenge running. It's something that allows me to keep streaming fresh for me.
Yeah.
I like to challenge myself. I can't be a variety streamer, so to speak. I need to focus on one thing. That'll be my autistic focus. But I also like to spice things up a bit. So like, there's a big thing I want to do next year. Is I've been saying to Lude for like a year, 2 years now, that I will do Resident Evil 5 co-op with them, drunk.
Oh my god.
So I think next year we're gonna do that because I want to get Spiral sorted, and if we hit these goals, I'm gonna need to do Alien Isolation, and then I want to see where things go in November because I want to take some time off over Christmas and stuff like that for December. So when I come back in January, everything's a go. Yeah. Right, because I'm not gonna have a routine or anything because I've got things going on in the evenings and everything.
Yes.
Right. My condition is I can only use a longbow. Exactly. So, and I want you to teach me how to do Dead by Daylight.
I'd love to.
I want Frank to teach me how to do Monster Hunter.
Oh, it's such a good game, Monster Hunter.
Awkward was a great game. Honestly, Frank, I was going, so we're going to play Awkward. And I was going on. And then Frank was like, what the fuck is Awkward? And I was like, Awkward.
You would honestly love the calicos in Monster Hunter, which is basically like a little battle kitten. You get to armor up. It's so fucking adorable.
So I've set up my little cat and my dog. Is it Monster Hunter Rise, Frank? And I think my dog looks like I was torn between, do I want the border collie, the Doberman, or the fox? And I'm pretty sure I went with the fox.
That fits. That fits. Yeah. That fits.
So like there's things that I want to do to spice things up, you know, like because I'll stream Dead by Daylight with you for a laugh.
Fuck yeah.
Right, we'll do it live and we'll teach. Right, Frank is going. I said to Frank, we'll get something sort of where he'll tell us if he wants to do a YouTube video or a stream. So he would come onto my stream and teach us how to play Monster Hunter and everything like that. The Kitsune armor, yeah. Palamute.
Oh, the Palamutes.
Right, so. And then me and Lude will sort out Resident Evil 5 when we're both available to do stuff because I can't always do evenings and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So there's like so much that I want to do, and I'm not worried about numbers or viewer base or anything like that. No. You know, all I care about is whether I'm going to have a really good time doing all of that, and because I want to include my mods and my friends. And I would sort that because what I want to do eventually is take those streams, edit them, and put them on YouTube. Yeah. So like my mod teaches me how to play Dead by Daylight. Obviously, I'm going to use the Ash Williams character.
Obviously,
like
you can buy the skin with the hand puppet as well on there.
Yeah, I think I bought the skin.
Of course you have.
I got Dead by Daylight. I bought the Ash Williams skin, and then I never played it. I just wanted to own it.
Just wanted to own it.
Honestly, I nearly bought COD so I could get the Ash skin, but I wasn't dropping 90 quid on COD. Nope. And then like 30 quid on the Ash Williams skin. I was like, I don't have 120 quid to piss away on the game on when I play it.
Imagine charging.
I think I Dead by Daylight on a deal, so it's fine.
Yeah, fucking right. Imagine charging a third of the price of the game for a fucking skin. I know it's Ash Williams, but even still, for it.
And carve my heart out and presented on a silver platter, right?
I did tweet about him and the garden gnomes the other day.
Oh my god, my Twitter has been drowned with notifications. I earned 1,000 followers overnight, and now I just found out that you tweeted that I got buried.
Yeah, I
Oh my god.
I tagged him in it as well. You know, he doesn't know I exist yet, but I'll keep tweeting it until he sees it. It'd be like tweeting daily until Groovy Bruce notices.
Oh my god.
He will notice one. He'll notice you.
He's taking that clip or something. I can't remember. Like
You said something about it. We said we mentioned something about a restraining order. I think something about we say he can just move and just leave all his belongings in the house, and you'll claim possession of them. So something to that effect.
Hope he never sees it. Hope he never sees it.
Be paying £120 for Civilization 7 next year, but Civilization is better than Call of Duty, though, Ludo. That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's more replayability. And it's not full of sweaty incels as well, which is also a definite bonus.
There is that. But yeah, certainly look forward to the future in regards to Twitch. I try not to let Twitch be a source of my mental health decline.
Yeah.
Because Twitch is a nice escape for me. It's somewhere that I can share my love and my passion for video games or challenge running or whatever with people who are like-minded and people who just want a place to belong. And if I start letting that affect my health, then I'll start letting it affect my my audience.
Exactly.
Although I do have to say, I know I said this last night during my little fucking rant, but thank you so much for being so kind while I fell apart a couple of weeks ago. Like,
you're welcome. It's what we do.
Like, I literally cry and hold myself, right? And everyone's like, oh my god, you're amazing, go self-care. And I was like, okay. And then I was live on here for Room 101.
Yeah, you
2
were.
days later.
I was like, are you gonna be okay for Friday? Yeah, I'll be fine. And she turns up with the White Zinfandel in her hand, like.
I know, right? I was
deserved.
Like, oh, fine. I was like, I need Room 101 to cheer us up. I did cheer us up. I got very fucking drunk.
You had your therapy.
I had my therapy.
Which, by the way, guys, Room 101 will happen again. We just got to figure dates out, but it will happen again.
Yes, it fucking will.
Because I put more in the room than she did.
Yeah, I intend to beat them, right? I can't believe you motherfuckers didn't put like fucking modern day quilts.
Duvets.
Fucking duvets.
Duvets.
Duvet covers in the fucking Room 101. Like, you almost have really long arms and must be really tall to be able to put a fucking duvet cover on, right? Because I don't know how you do it. Because I've had COVID, so I've been quite hot. I sweated on my duvet cover.
Oh no.
Really badly in my pillowcase, and guess what?
We have to change it.
Yeah, but I didn't put a duvet cover on. And it's now just literally
just a blanket.
It's just my blanket right now because I can't be fucking arsed to sweat my way out
no.
and then having to change it again.
Hang on.
So I've just kind of left it. I've just under my quilt. No duvet cover.
I can teach you a trick to put the duvet cover on, which will work for people with any size arms, like yourself.
So what I do is I pull the duvet cover all the way to the corner, near that, and then I stand on the quilt and I just...
See, that's your problem. You're standing on it.
No, I stand on my bed and
there you go.
It like that. Yeah, because I've got a double bed and a king size quilt.
So you put it to both corners and then you just shake it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but well, no, because it's heavy.
So the issue is, you need lighter duvets, not the whole duvet. You just need lighter duvets.
I need there to be no judgment about people who don't have duvet covers on right now. I can't fucking do it, man. It really affects us on my life.
Duvet covers. Right, moving on for the duvet covers. Or it ruins your evening. I think what I would recommend is for like streamers of any sort of timeline. So you recommended the establish yourself early, so people know where you stand as a creator for early on. I think the one thing that I would kind of adding on to that is just always, as selfish as it sounds, always put yourself first, because the moment that you are streaming and making content to the detriment of your own health, that is not a healthy way to go about it. Like, as you've said, you've taken short breaks or extended periods of time off to focus on yourself and get yourself better. I know I've done the same before in the past, where I've taken a break off, you know, whether it be a couple of weeks, couple of months, whatever. And I never, at the start, I felt guilty about taking the breaks, but then, I started, the more people started telling me, like, you need it, you know, you got to look after yourself and, like, prioritize yourself. Like, I started to believe that anyway. So whenever I feel like that, ooh, what the hell was that flash on the screen there?
It was my fucking ring light again, okay? Best news. I had an argument with the Amazon man earlier, so I ordered that fucking ring light.
Oh, yeah.
Right? The dog was out front having a wee, right?
Right.
And then I saw him coming, and I was like, right. So I got the dog in, and I was putting her inside, and he just came through and hiya, and then put my delivery in downstairs.
Oh, yeah, you've
letterbox.
mentioned this,
And
yeah.
I went, wait! And he went, I goes, that was mine? And he went, and he just looked at sarcastically and knocked on the door. I went, there's nobody living there. And he went, are you the one that's been complaining about me putting your deliveries in the wrong door? I was like, I've had about 4 refunds of items that have gone into that flat.
Jesus fuck.
And he was like, oh, fuck it, and walked off. So I'm going to put a complaint in.
He's going to love you again. I mean, come on, it's not hard to read address labels, but...
No, I've got a big plaque beside my door.
Makes it even worse then.
No, my fucking door number on it, big plaque by you. And then there's a big plaque beside the other door that says that door number.
Like Jem said and like Moz said, like, you're no good to others if you're only good, if you're only good to others if you're good to yourself first. Like, I know there's been times where, like, I've not wanted to go live. I feel like I'm on, like, the border of being, like, really drained and, like, just enough to actually facilitate, like, a 3, 4, 5 hour stream. But, like, I'm pretty sure I can relate to everyone here where, like, after a while, you feel like your social battery just completely drained to zero, and you just need however length of time off away from what's draining it to just recharge up, and then you're ready to go again in, like, I don't know, a couple of weeks, couple of months, whatever. But I would say to people, like, don't feel guilty if you need to take breaks to work on yourself for whatever reason. And I don't really feel like anyone needs to explain or justify themselves when they want to take an extended period of time off. Just say, like, look,
No.
you can easily say, like, things have come up, I just need to take a break for however long. I'm not gonna, and I think the one pitfall people fall into is they try and say, oh, I'll be back in a couple of weeks, and I think in their mind subconsciously they try to force themselves back to be back in that time frame without actually realizing, like, or taking into account, like, the severity of what may be going on behind the scenes. Like, it's nice to say, oh yeah, you won't see, like, it's okay, you won't see me for a couple of weeks, I'll be back in a couple of weeks. But then I think the guilt sets in when 2 weeks starts to turn into a month, and a month starts to turn into 2 months, and, you know, so on. So, but like you said, if you've harbored the community to the point where they understand you, and they know, like you said, you try to engage with people more like a personal level, where, like, you know, what's going on with, like, you know, your hobby, what's going on with your hobbies, if you watch any films late, whatever. So you create that personal touch and a personal vibe with people coming, you know, whether it be your regulars or new people coming in. You have that interaction with people coming in, so they get an idea of you as a person, and if you need to take a break off, then, you know, they're all very understanding. And I think that's boils down to how you go. Also, that's onto your point of, like, establishing yourself early and establishing the type of person that you are early, so people know what to expect from you when, you know, it's down the line you want to take that break, and everyone, you want to take that break, and you're worried about, oh, if I take a break, am I going to lose followers? I'm going to lose this and this, and, you know, build up all this momentum, blah 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 blah. But, like, you and I will know that the person, as much as the audience is important, the person entertaining that audience is obviously the most important person there, because that audience.
If you're not there, there's nobody to entertain.
Exactly.
Very important to take care of yourself. Put yourself first, always.
100%. And like,
you can't put out good content if you're not in a good space yourself. Like, to me, it's like when I was falling apart and going through all my shit and everything like that, and I was absolutely devastated. Like, I wanted to go live because I needed that distraction. Otherwise, I would have just sat in my own fucking head.
Yeah.
Especially on the Wednesday after everything had happened, right? With all that shit that kicked off in the morning, everything like that. I think, and then I had me crying. I got up, put my bad bitch on, put my makeup on, and then as soon as I pressed go live, everything just sank.
Yeah.
And then I think, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mrs. Praise. Mama Praise.
And I think, and then I just started crying, and I had a bit of a meltdown. And like Samanda's and everybody that was in there, they were all like, just take the day off. Self-care is important. And I was like, I'll be back tomorrow. And they were like, you don't have to be. And I just ended up taking the Thursday to myself, just to look after myself. And then was back on here on 101. And then I was back thinking, and I've had some cries and stuff since. And then I got poorly and things happened, and I was just like, oh. So then I took
an extra week off.
A week and a half off, just to kind of get back on. And I went back last night, and we had so much fun. It was so much fun, you know?
Yeah.
And then I thought to myself, oh, I'll be live today. But then I thought, hold on, because I'm doing this tonight. And with me just coming back from being poorly,
you want to burn yourself out too early.
I don't need to be live 8, 9, 10, 11 hours today, right? I should be, and just save myself at night, right? And then I'll come back on Monday and we'll be all refreshed and everything like that. And I put a lot of emphasis on, I'll go live at this time through the day. Oh, but I can't because I've got something going on through the day. I could easily just do an evening stream. Yeah. And I put a lot of thing on, like, I don't ever want to do evening streams because I got really burnt out on evening streams, but I was doing my weekend evening streams, so I had no time off to just game and relax and enjoy stuff for myself. When I'm doing it through the week, I actually really enjoyed it. So I think what I'll do is I'll do my little daytime ones and my little
evening ones.
You know, whenever I can. If I can't go live through the day for one day, I'll just go live in the evening. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Not put too much pressure on myself.
No.
And like Samantha said, you are the most important. When you need time, we'll always be here and we'll be back. You know, the real ones will always end up coming back. Always.
But again, that wholly boils down to, thank you for the follow, Neko. Again, that boils that boils solely down to the type of community that you want to harbor, and you want to. I think we've had this conversation before, where like your community should kind of be a reflection of you as the person, because they represent they're a representation of what you want to harbor, the type of person you are, the type of community that you want, what you do allow, what you don't allow. And it's good that you've harbored that community. So like you said with Seamanders, we'll always be here and we'll always be back. Like, you have loads of people who will, like, no matter how long a break you take off, but the moment you go live, we'll all flood back in. You got that nice, like, it goes back to the regulars, it goes back to the personal connections that you've made, because you don't give a shit about numbers, you just give a shit about the people who are there. That is only just benefited in the long run, because you've created a space of people who are all like-minded. We're all there to have fun with each other, make fun of your wheeze, and just enjoy the company and the content that you're putting out. Like you said, like, you're probably second there, and like everyone else in chat. So like some people is like they're there for other people in chat, without sounding like that. Not saying like they're not there for you, but they're there because of you. But because you've got the people who think and are on the same lines as each other, it's always like a nice thing. Like everyone comes to chat, oh hey, it's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. Like everyone's saying hi to everyone when when they come in. Like, so yeah, it.
They're there because they're part of the community.
Exactly.
It's not just there for the stream. They're part because they're part of the community and they feel welcome somewhere.
Exactly.
And here's the thing, like, I'm probably an unpopular opinion, right? But I see all these things about like support for support in streams in 2024 and everything like that, right? I don't believe in support for support because I can't always be there in a stream, right? I can't always be there depending on time zones, or if I've got something going on, or if I haven't been well, or if I'm streaming myself, like all that kind of stuff. However, I don't see a reason why I can't support my community in other ways, be that shouting them out, you know, be that asking them how their streams are going and reminding that the rest of the community that this person streams too.
Yeah.
And if you can swing by and say hi, that would mean the world to us.
Yeah.
You know? Like when it's like I said to Samanda's when she first came into my streams, I says, "Oh, do you stream?" And she was like, "No, but I'm thinking about doing it." I says, "Oh, well, we'll drop you. We'll all drop you the follow, right, for when you do decide to start streaming." And then saw that she'd gone live and playing Hollow Knight, and I just put a shout out on Discord and everything like that. And I was like, "Go support, you know, first stream and everything like that," and managed to raid her and everything like that, right? The thing is, though, Twitch is already very oversaturated. To me, you should have a very small goal for what you want out of Twitch instead of a big one. I want to be part of that. That's a great dream, right? But with how oversaturated Twitch is on the market, smaller.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can aim big eventually, but aim smaller.
Yeah.
Right? And like she's just said there, our goal is to have great people around who enjoy games and get better at video games. Right? That's a small goal. Mine is to achieve Spyro hit list and build an amazing community on top of it.
We've done the second one.
Yeah.
We've done the second one, which just continues.
I just need to get hit list.
it's gonna happen this year. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
This year, it better fucking happen this year. If I go into 2025 with Spyro 1, I will literally...
You're gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
I'll grill myself. Right? Like...
It's gonna happen, I promise.
So... I will kill
all we gotta do is just delete Twilight Harbor from Spyro, and you're golden.
Honestly, I don't want to do
Hate Twilight Harbor.
I hate Twilight Harbor so much. Makes us want to cry. And then the fact that during the practice run I fucking did a hit list, I was like, I'm gonna die. Like, I might as well, honestly.
It's always the way, right?
That came at me when I'm just spiraling off the building. That was literally me when I did that. Like, I'm just throw myself off this. Like, that's fine. But like I said, like Twitch is already oversaturated. To me, what is the point in me building a community if I can't share the table that I eat at? Yeah. With other people that want to support me. These people come in, they sub, they drop bits, they spend their time with me, they talk to me, they support me, they literally look after my mental health more than I look after my own. True. Right? They're like, Kit, you are crying on stream, bitch. Go and take a day, please. Right? Like, bitch, you are falling apart in front of our eyes. Take a date, it's all right. Yeah. Like, we'll be back on Friday. Yeah, we'll be fine. It's fine. We'll see you then. And I think, I think it's really unfair to close that off. Yeah. You know, shout outs are fine, right? Don't self-promo in streams, right? I get that. I had somebody come in the other week and Kate fucking roasted him. He was like, "Hi, can you give me a shout out? First time chatter." And I was still on the start soon screen, right? And Kate was like, she doesn't just give shout outs willingly, you have to be part of the community. He was like, "I'll be part of the community, he's never been back." Right? But like, it's when people come in, I was like, "Do you stream? Oh, what kind of content do you stream? or it's always the first time trials, honestly.
Well, someone came in my chat the other day and asked me if I was
Can you give us a shout out? No, I fucking can't hear you shout out. Fuck off.
Someone came into my stream on Monday and asked me if, I don't mean to be rude, but are you a man or a woman? I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like, that's your first line in my stream? If I'm a man or a woman? Like, the fuck? Well, we're frozen. Oh, Kit has frozen. My Discord hath frozen dead.
Oh, there we're back.
There we go.
Back. Now we're back. The stream froze a little bit.
It did a little bit. Oh, there we go. There you go. She back. It's okay. It's okay. Technical difficulties over. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, no, the whole stream froze. And I was like, oh my god.
Oh god.
No, yeah. It's always the first time trials.
Always.
Like it's like the amount of men that have recently come into my fucking streams and put like boobs in the chat.
Oh, are they describing themselves? Yeah.
I'm just like, yes, I've got great tits. I grew them myself. Next.
They think you can take
Like-
them off and just put them on for stream, and then at the end of stream you just take them off and shove them in.
Banhammer, exactly.
The straight
amount of times
banhammer.
we've roasted them.